Hello, hello, and welcome. If you are new, my name is Veronica. If not, welcome back. And today I'm going to be sharing with you how to really get over someone. The thing is, when you're in that cycle, it's challenging to really see the different, like, timelines, the possibilities, but you have to learn to trust. Trust in God, trust in yourself and your intuition, trust that everything is always working in your favor. And if you don't trust, that can be a little challenging. But first, learn to trust and let go. I like affirming that everything is always working in my favor, releasing that and trusting that if something is meant for me, it will be. Having the gratitude that I was able to experience whatever life has offered and kind of bringing all that energy back to me. Sometimes the ego is going to say many things, and you might have attachment towards that person. But you have to be able to choose you. Like, be strong, continue choosing you. Don't lose focus on that because if your mind's going to trick you because it's attached. It's maybe in a habit, it feels comfortable and it's going to tell you stories, it's going to want to compromise. If something that helps me also is look up the grief cycle. So this is like with everything, even when you're leveling up your identity or you're letting go of something simple like a clothing piece, or a career, a person, a relationship, right? You're gonna go through this grieving cycle, and that is, if I remember it, one of them is like denial, and then it's anger, bargaining. Mm, I know sadness is in there, and then acceptance. I might be missing some, but usually it doesn't have to go in that order. Sometimes it could bounce around, but just becoming aware that that's like an ego thing. That's a physical thing that we experience, our body, and sometimes you're going through some stuff, but just acknowledging that that's just maybe the grieving cycle, or maybe that's just your ego trying to keep you the same. But you have to choose you, choose you and trust that everything is working in your favor. And if you kind of, everything is a mirror. So if you put that energy back to you, you'll always have a choice, right? You'll always have a choice. This person might come back in your life, or whatever. You might have the choice that you don't want them in your life anymore, or that you do. Whatever it is, it's up to you in the end of the day, literally. But just becoming aware of that, and literally, I know it's challenging in the moment, and maybe you want to cry yourself to sleep, but you can keep those tears for the pillow at night. You like, I feel like when you're very in an emotional state, try not to show, at least this is a personal, like, literally a personal tip for myself, because every single time I'm in an emotional state and I'm very reactive, I kind of regret those things. So whenever I'm in like a really reactive emotional state, I like to keep those things personal. In my room. If I have to cry, I'm going to cry in my room. And once I'm able to detach from that emotional state, then, I can maybe talk about it or whatever. Doesn't mean suppress your energy. I mean, definitely, if you have a therapist, talk to your therapist about it, but don't talk to the person that like did those things, or you're trying to get back, or you're trying to get over. You feel me? So, because people are always going to just project their truth, even if it's a friend, they're going to just tell you their version of the truth. They're only going to tell you whatever they think. And so sometimes that's not even going to help you. It might help you for a little bit because you're kind of projecting that, or you just want someone to talk shit or whatever, but it's not going to really help you. It's not going to elevate you or evolve, or you're not really going to heal you. So feel it out, maybe do like a letting go ritual, which is just allowing that energy, that suppressed energy, to flow through, and then reprogramming it and working on my self concept. So Literally come back to why you're such a badass, why you're so amazing, why you're so magnetic. Start putting that energy back on you. Maybe start a new hobby, work out, go for jogs in the morning. Do something that like elevates you, that brings excitement to you. Come back to you because you're only here as you, like for such a short amount of time. And sometimes you kind of are so used to putting that energy on someone or something that like you lose yourself. So you have to come back to yourself. And yes, it's challenging. You're not the first, you're not the last, and everyone goes through challenges, but you have to just literally continue choosing you. You literally have to be like, I'm going to choose me. Because if you don't choose yourself, no one's gonna choose you. You have to be your own best friend. You have to, like, literally, you owe that to yourself. You owe that to yourself, and you can't expect anyone to ever like respect you if you can't respect yourself. You can't expect anyone to love you if you can't love yourself. You can't expect people to enjoy your company if you can't enjoy your own company. And the thing is, it's just so unsustainable because you're literally going to always be looking outwards for some to fulfill you when you have all that power within yourself. So you really want to like use this as an opportunity. And I think like it's literally gifts. Like sometimes even adversity, they're gifts, they're opportunities for you to really seek deeper into yourself, into your soul. So like thank it, tap into gratitude. And there's this like during your letting go ritual, if you end up doing like this letting go ritual thing, something I learned that was so like profound was whenever you're really honing into that energy, that immense pain or grief or whatever, you're in tears, like let go of the story and the attachment to it. I swear this is like life changing. Let go of the story and the attachment to it. And let's say I'm crying, I'm in tears because I'm sad, right? I feel sad because X, Y, and Z. X, Y, and Z is just a story, right? And so I'm just going to hone into the tears, the emotion, sadness is just energy. Now I'm really letting go of the story, the attachment to the story, the attachment, the story attached that I have to the emotion. Now it's just energy, sadness. There's no good or bad, just energy. I'm just going to hone into it. Once I hone into it, I can actually, it gets more and more intense because literally it's just things that have been suppressed in your body. When you get to a point where you can actually like transmute that to like happy tears. I've done it and it's life changing because then you can start tapping into gratitude. Gratitude that it happened, that you were able to experience, let's say, that relationship, that person, that you were able to experience that version of yourself, that you're able to experience and you get to now level up and experience more life, more love. And I love saying this to myself like, if I experience this, how much more and I empowering questions all the time. Not never ask yourself disempowering questions like why did this happen or why because the subconscious mind is always looking for answers. And if you're asking and asking on why something bad is happening, then it's going to give you the answer. So just think of the positive. I wonder how much more love can I experience? How much more abundance can I receive? How much more of myself can I be? Can I embody? Can I express? And just tapping into the gratitude part of that and doing Ho'oponopono, which is just a Hawaiian prayer. You can look it up. It's thank you, or I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. And it just goes on repeat, and pretty much you're thinking the situation, you thinking everything about it, yourself, that person, you're saying I'm sorry to yourself. Maybe you let boundaries be crossed. Maybe you have some type of resentment towards that person, and resentment is literally you're holding on to bad energy. Everything happens for a reason. Come back to that everything is always happening for your greatest good, for your greatest evolution. Even those things that, yeah, suck, and you are like, there's no way that this is beneficial for me. If you for a second can just change that perspective and just give yourself permission to see the light a little bit, at least you're going, because you focusing on the bad is not going to help you at all. So you might as well just, so kind of like let that go. So then your next relationship can be better. You know, you can be a better version of yourself. You're no longer gravitating those things into your life. And it takes a part of ownership, a little bit of accountability that it's very challenging for some people to really do. I know it was challenging for myself because we don't want to take accountability for the bad things that happen to us or that have caused pain. Obviously, no one wants that. But I swear, when I was able to do it, when I was able to just kind of surrender that ego and just open myself up to receive a little bit more wisdom from God, from universe, or source, when I'm just able to receive a little bit of wisdom, I was able to really like let all that bad energy, all that toxic mindset, all that out, people. And I seen that I was gravitating better relationships, better environment, more love. And I was like being a better version of myself. So really it comes back to you, just benefiting you. So just take a little bit of accountability. And when you do that, you're really like shifting. You're really shifting that energy that you're vibrating at. And once you're able to vibrate at a different frequency, you're going to receive different things into your life. And yeah, it sucks, especially if you're trying to let go of someone. You obviously you're trying to let go of someone because it might be a little bit of a challenge to let go of them. And so just kind of tuning into like humbling yourself a little bit and being kind to yourself and like, okay, yeah, I might feel X, Y, and Z, but I'm still going to choose me. I'm still here for myself. I still love myself. I'm still an incredible person. I'm still, whatever around self concept, like you're still amazing. You're still awesome. You're still you. You lived before this person. You're going to be fine. And what can I learn from it? And how can I be a better version of myself from this experience? Because in return, it's only going to get better from here. How much love can I get? How much more abundance can I receive? And putting that energy back on you, working out, improving your mindset, like leveling up. This is like an opportunity for you to really be a new version of yourself, because now you're kind of detaching from that old self and you're really like you can really tune in and like really like manifest a better version of yourself. You just, if you get stuck and you keep like projecting those like and giving excuses because X, Y, and Z, you're not allowing yourself to grow. And you're maybe gonna repeat the cycle. And maybe you're gonna like hold on to this resentment. And it's just gonna hold you down because you're holding on to that bad energy. You feel me? So you really have to just let it go for your own good. And know that everything's gonna be good. It's just like the mind. It's just the ego. Literally, you're gonna be good. Like with time, con el tiempo, like everything is gonna be fine. And trust me, like nothing would happen. Nothing, at least this is what I go, like this is what I tell myself all the time. I wouldn't go through something, God isn't going to put me through something that I'm not gonna be able to handle. So this situation might suck, but it happened for a reason and it's happening because something better is out there for me. Look at that. Look at that like perspective. Like the opportunities, the possibilities, instead of being like, oh, like, man, this sucks. Like nothing's ever gonna happen for me now. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get better than this, or just focusing on the bad, like why didn't this person like me, or why, did they break up with me, or why aren't they calling me, or whatever. Like all of that is negative. Don't even put that out there. Like don't even like, and it's tricky because your mind sometimes, like if you're used to that, your mind gravitates to that. Like it wants to think that, like those nasty naughty thoughts, like it wants to. But you have to try. You have to really try to just like that. I'm not going to even entertain that like mindset. I'm not going to entertain that because all of that is BS. And maybe that's my old self, But the new version of myself that I am right now is not entertaining that because I'm amazing, because I'm worthy, because I'm cool, because yeah, like all of that is not even going to work in my benefit at all. If I know the power of the mind and I know that it's whatever I choose and whatever I put my energy and focus on expands, why would I be thinking against against what I want? Like, no, we're not doing that here. We're going to think about the positive and how you literally are in charge of your life and how this is a great experience that you get to live this human experience, and there's probably something so much better for you, and you're just your ego wants to hold on to that, like, obviously thank your ego because it's just trying to protect you, but no, like, it's okay. You have to like trust and have faith that everything is working out in your favor. And you're going to look back at this and you're like, oh wow, like, I'm so happy that I continued. I'm so happy that I chose me because I'm so much better now than I was, that last month, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, or whenever, a year ago. You're literally going to be looking back at this, but you have to put that effort, you have to put that energy, because yeah, if you get stuck in that cycle, you might just repeat it. So, and you might not evolve from it either. So, and no one likes feeling like shit. At least I don't. So hopefully this helped. And I will talk to you all next episode. Bye.